Good afternoon, Supervisor Desmond. I'd like to do an audio-video check. We're ready for you.
Andrew, yes. Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
We sure can. Thank you so much.
All right, great. Thanks.
We're trying to change it.
Okay.
Sorry. But,
All right.
Good afternoon. I'm now going to call the March 7, 2023 San Diego County Board of Supervisors special meeting to order. As a reminder, according to the board rules and procedures, audience members shall not whistle, clap, stomp feet, or anything that disrupts the proceedings. With that, I'm going to ask our clerk to please confirm that we have a quorum.
Thank you, Chairwoman Vargas. Supervisor Anderson.
Yes, I'm here.
Supervisor Fletcher.
Fletcher here.
Supervisor Desmond.
Here.
Vice Chair Lawson-Remer.
Here.
Chairwoman Vargas.
Vargas here. Excuse me. The only item on the agenda for this special meeting is a closed session matter. If you could please call the members of the public that request to speak on the closed session item, please.
Thank you, Chairwoman Vargas. We have 5 requests to speak on this item, 1 in person and 4 requesting to speak by phone. Any members of the public that requested to speak on the closed session matter by phone, please dial into the conference line now using the instructions that were provided to you. We'll begin with the in-person speaker. The speaker is in opposition to this item. I'd like to invite forward Truth. You'll have 2 minutes to address the board. I ask you to please state your name.
Hello, I'm formerly known as 10, thanks Ryan 11. But come on, I have nice handwriting. But this is the lone shadow warrior Truth, back here in the jungle, Nora, ready for round 2. Here we go. So Tara, you were a no-show yesterday, but look, here she is. Hello, nice to meet you. So if I had to choose a CAO from current county employees, I'd pick Sarah Agassi. I've seen her take calm control when Nathan was a hothead, as usual. I've seen her answer people's questions. She often listens to people's comments, and she even smiles when there's nothing to smile about. That's made me wonder sometimes. But if you supervisors are gonna pick Michael Vu, we're all doomed.
We're doomed! 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 Our universe is doomed! Doomed!
Yes. I dedicate that to the worms in the YouTube chat. Michael already played his games with the Registrar of Voters here and in Ohio. According to a February 6, 2007 article by Cleveland 19 News, quote, Election Chief Michael Vu resigned in Cuyahoga County after a rough transition from punch card to electronic voting. Under Vu, the county had a botched primary election and saw the conviction of 2 workers who mishandled the 2004 presidential recount so they could avoid a more thorough review of the votes. Troubles including absentee ballots invalidated because they were counted twice, shortages of ballots, misplaced ballots, votes cast by unregistered voters, end quote. It's no wonder things have been bad here too. And the CAO options that were not actually presented to the public, they all sound like more doom. So if you supervisors ever want to see me comment in person again, just keep the meeting agendas to 1 item and a late short time. Thanks. Now it's Taco Tuesday time.
Thank you. We'll now hear from those that requested to speak by phone. When it is your turn to speak, you'll be unmuted and you will hear a recording that will tell you to begin your comments after the beep. I'd remind the callers they should mute their TV or live video stream before they begin speaking. We'll start with our first caller.
Oliver Twist here. Good afternoon, Board. I am asking you to select a new CAO who prioritizes fiduciary duty and stewardship to the taxpayers. She or he needs to be pragmatic and fiscally prudent, have good interpersonal skills and communication, and be able to stand up to politicized pressures that will likely be exerted. With a recession and inflation upon us, we need a watchdog for our dollars, not a lapdog for progressive politicians who keep expanding government while our quality of life continues to spiral downward. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll now hear from the next caller.
Hi, Paul Hinken. Pronouns are tic-tac-toe. I have noted small but positive changes in improving popular participation, making phone-ins a bit easier and splitting the screen to show board members calling in. I don't know whether Helen had to do with this, but if so, thank you, Helen. I think thank you, Oliver. It was Oliver Twist. I think it was your suggestion. Apparently, the Ralph Anderson HR firm is advertising for a CAO with a commitment to furthering the values of equity, accountability, and environmental sustainability, and has full responsibility implementing policies and board directives. Does this include making sure those directives comply with the law and the will of the people? You should adopt call-ins without a separate registration, like so many other boards do. Mesa City Council and San Diego City Council, for example. There, all we need is to call in and raise our hand, *9, at the right time. We are all adults and can all figure out when to raise our hand. The in-person sign-up sheets should be simplified too. They should not call for personal info like phone number, email, or address when it is not needed anyway. And then you can save a bit of money by including checkboxes for one's position on the issue. Although, frankly, I don't see why this matters since many people have both positive and negative comments on one item. Hopefully, the next CAO will have time to review and streamline board procedures. Thank you for listening.
Thank you. Now hear from the next caller.
I use the name Audra, so I find it quite interesting that the CAO doesn't have to actually be from San Diego when what their responsibilities is for implementing the policies and directives of the Board of Supervisors, managing the day-to-day operations and functions of county government here in San Diego, including the annual budget. This is the top executive position. This person will deal with 20,000 staff and roughly annually $7.4 billion in the budget, which we already know the dollars that have been spent in this county have been wasted on things that aren't making anything better. This person should be committed to furthering the values of equity, excellence, evaluation, accountability, and environmental sustainability, providing executive level management, and maximizing the County of San Diego government to deliver a wide variety of services, meeting social, health, and safety needs of the citizens of the county. We already know these people in the county that are coming, that are citizens, are being arrested, are being harassed. You're allowing people to work in the county that have abused citizens. So whoever this person is going to be needs to be somebody that is in San Diego, not outside of it, and somebody that's not just going to frivolously spend money and perpetuate the problems that are going on in San Diego, because as Helen has been here, nothing has been getting better. It's all been getting worse. All of the things that you guys have been implementing have been taking and violating the civil rights of all of the citizens in San Diego. So this person needs to be somebody that actually cares about San Diego and wants to better it, not just do what you guys have already been doing. And it should be somebody that can stand up against you and say, no, I don't want to do that, not just somebody who's going to comply and acquiesce, like I said yesterday. Yeah, this person...
Thank you. And Chairwoman Vargas, that concludes public comment on this item.
Thank you for that. That concludes this meeting. We'll now adjourn to closed session.
The board will now recess into closed session. If there are any reportable actions, they would be reported out after the conclusion of closed session today.